Welcome, everyone. My name is Christoph Walder. I'm an international officer here at the University of Sussex. I work in our international office, responsible for bringing in students internationally, and I'm responsible for Turkey, South and Central Asia. And my co-host today is my colleague Khalid. Khalid, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Khalid. I'm the international officer for Africa, Pakistan, and the Middle East. I've been at Sussex for 4 years now. You might see from the photo I look a bit different from when I started. I got the beard for one, but really excited to have everyone here today and looking forward to sharing the experience of Sussex through our ambassadors with you all.
Absolutely. And I'm super pleased to say that we have five Sussex ambassadors here today. So these are all students currently studying here at the University of Sussex. And we have five wonderful people for you. So first up, we have IBK. Please feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Aybike. I'm from Turkey, and I see a couple of people from Turkey in this meeting as well. So hi. I am a second year student right now. Actually, yeah, it's the end of my second year right now, and I'm studying computer science and AI. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I think next year you're not going into third year to IBK. You're doing
Yeah.
something exciting.
Yeah, for next year, I'm doing a year abroad to Japan. So I will study in Japan for a year and I will explore there and also continue my studies. And then after I finish, I will turn back to the UK for finishing my third year.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Next up we have Noshaba. Noshaba, please feel free to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello everyone. I am Nushaba Mushtaq from Pakistan, and I am here in Sussex in the global studies and pursuing my master's in social development. And I'm also a Shivning scholar. And thanks to Shivning, due to the Shivning, I am here. And thanks a lot. I enjoyed a lot in the Sussex. It's a really, really learning atmosphere myself for myself. Yeah.
Won Wonderful. Thank you, Noshaba. Next up we have Archie.
Hi, I'm Archie. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm currently pursuing my master's in development studies at Institute of Development Studies IDS here at Sussex.
Fantastic. Mataki?
Hi everyone, my name is Mataki. I'm Nigerian. I am doing my master's in philosophy. I didn't have a background in philosophy, but I'm doing a master's in philosophy now. So that's really cool. It's nice to see everyone.
Fantastic. And last but not least, Zoya.
Hi everyone, I'm Zoya and I'm from New Delhi in India, the capital city, as the Indians in the chat must know. And I study Gender and Media MA at the University of Sussex, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about my experience.
Fabulous. As you can see, we've got two university staff members and five current students here to tell you a little bit about Sussex. So today we're going to be talking about the university, its location, its campus, what it's like to be a student here. Then we'll look a little bit about rankings. We'll talk about student societies. Maybe some of you know about student societies already. They're a really exciting thing. And then we'll talk about sports at Sussex, and the facilities that we have and the support that we offer to students. We'll then talk briefly about accommodation, and then at the end we'll have a big Q&A. So if you have any questions during this presentation, you can pop them in the chat, or you could even better use the Q&A function, and we'll answer these towards the end. So let's begin. The University of Sussex was established in 1961, and one of our core sort of founding principles is the interdisciplinary approach. So we're really proud to encourage people or our students and our researchers to think outside of their own subject and collaborate with people from different disciplines to kind of reach new angles on old topics. So we've been really keen mixing science and art and all these things since the 60s. We are famous for our research and we are incredibly globally minded. So uh, you have five international students with you here today, but we have thousands more with us on campus every year. And we're very, very proud to have over 170 nationalities represented. We are a campus university, which means everything is in one place. So we have all of our teaching as well as our accommodation are all together in one campus just outside the city of Brighton in the south coast of England. And I'll talk in more detail about the location later. But the thing I want to emphasize is we are a campus university, so everything is together. The library and the teaching areas are very close to each other and everything's very convenient. Currently, we have around 17,000 students. About one third of those are international. And as I said earlier, lots of nationalities represented. We've had six of our students go on to become presidents, and actually, it's not three; it's six. Six of those have gone on to become Nobel Prize winners. So some of our alumni, many of our alumni, do very well. So I mentioned our location. You can see it on a map here. So we are the big orange dot at the bottom. We are in England on the south coast, in a city called Brighton. The university has basically its own train station, and from there you can get into the city of Brighton in just 10 minutes, or you can get to Gatwick Airport in 30 minutes. So it's very convenient for going abroad, or there's a 1 hour train to London. So we like to say that we have the best of all worlds. We're in a small, creative, liberal city, but we are, well located for the airport and for London as well. As I meant, you can see here on this picture on the right, so sort of the middle of the picture is the campus itself. You almost can't see it because it's so perfectly camouflaged in the nature. So we are just on the edge of a national park, the beautiful South Downs National Park. And you can see out in the distance of the photo, you can see the sea. So that's the city of Brighton and the coast. So we have countryside and beach all in one place. And Khalid will talk about this in more detail later, but I just want to mention that we have plenty of accommodation for our students on our campus. So right where you'll be learning, you can also live there, and we guarantee accommodation for everyone in first year. So undergrads, first year guaranteed, and masters also first year guaranteed to live on campus if you want to. So, Brighton is a medium-sized city in the UK, and it's really known as a student city. We're by the sea. We are ranked as the third best city in the UK by Time Out, and residents last year voted it the happiest city in the UK. So we're very, very proud of our city and our location. Um, Brighton's famous for its culture, so we've just started the month of May, haven't we? And actually, throughout the month of May, we host England's biggest arts festival. So the Brighton Festival is currently taking place now, which means there's loads of theatre, cinema, dance, singing happening all over the city for the whole month. So it's a very kind of vibrant place. Um, and in the city centre, we have an area called North Lane. It's famous for its independent shops. So Brighton has always been a little bit quirky, we could say. And we like our independent shops and nice little coffee spots just to, watch the world go by. So that's a little bit about Brighton. So yeah, I was going to go to Mataki. Mataki, firstly, tell me a little bit about your experience of the campus, of the city, and then I know you've done some traveling as well in the UK. So tell us about that.
So I'm going to start by saying I previously did undergrad in the UK, but not in Brighton, and it was in a smaller town. I think Brighton is a bit of a city, and there's this town-like vibe, I would say. So it's very interesting. Um, the sea, the nature, it's really calming to be around here. Um, and traveling as well, because you get like direct trains to different places, Cambridge, London, and then I travel a lot, so I use coaches as well, which are like bigger buses, and that's really good as well because it saves costs, but it's like slower. So yeah, you have your wins there, but then overall, like traveling to places is really amazing from Brighton. Um, I've been to a couple of places, and I think yeah, it's beautiful. But Brighton has a special place in my heart, I would say.
Mhm. Fantastic. Thank you. And Zoya, what's your experience of being a student in Brighton and on the Sussex campus? What do you think of the Sussex campus?
I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's green, beautiful. We have a huge park next to the university that all Sussex students frequent. It's called the Stanmer Park, and I am even part of the dog walking society at the Sussex. So I must, for some context, we have a lot of societies at the university, about 120, and I'm part of one of them, which I really, really love, and that's called the Dog Walking Society because I really like dogs, and we often go to Stanmore Park to walk the dogs. And it's really nice. Brighton as a city has a lot of cute cafes and pubs, and Sussex as a county also has a lot of beautiful places to visit. So, for example, I recently went to Arundel Castle, which is almost straight out of Game of Thrones. It's that beautiful a castle from the thousand, I don't know, years. I don't know which thousand year. I am not even sure, but it's really, really beautiful as a county. And Brighton is a small city, a very navigable city. I never thought living in India that I would actually be walking as much as I did in Brighton. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that you can pretty much explore on your own. You just walk out and you'll find a spot that you would love for the rest of the year. Yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you,
yeah.
Zoya. Thank you very much. And we'll talk, everyone, don't worry, we'll talk about societies a bit more later. And thank you, Mataki, as well. So I want to talk briefly about rankings because I know that is important as well. We are in joint 27th place amongst UK institutions and ranked 278th globally. And for 9 subjects, we're in the global top 100, which we're really pleased. So anthropology, communications and media studies, development studies, which Archie is studying, and we're number one in the world for that. So we're very proud of that. English language, English literature, geography, history, politics, psychology, sociology, all ranking very, very high globally. So something we're very happy about. As I mentioned, first in the world for development studies, not just this year, but for the last 10 years consecutively. So this is an incredible achievement. We were celebrating that really heavily last week. We're really, really pleased to have spent a decade as the best institution to study development studies. And then our business school is also growing in recognition. It's the first in the UK for annual research income. Now, you might wonder why that's relevant to you as a prospective student, but if you, you know, we use this as a metric to understand how valuable is the research and how valuable is the work going on at the business school. And, lots of people and lots of organizations are paying to fund that research. So it's clearly very good what's coming out of there. And of course, I know this is super important to many of you, which is employment. We are ranked 17th in the UK for employment outcomes, and 92.9, so just under 93% of our graduates have gone on into employment, which we're very happy about. Um, if you'd like to learn more about employment, I know that the other departments in the university run webinars on this, so you can find them on the Sussex website. But I briefly wanted to talk about employment during your time here. So all of you will be coming as international students on an international student visa, which allows you to work for up to 20 hours per week. So all of our ambassadors here know this because they all work. And I just wanted to call on Zoya to share a little bit about your part-time work experience.
For some context, I have three part-time jobs. Fortunately, they're all on campus because let me tell you one thing that they all pay, all on-campus jobs are very mindful of your schedule, the fact that you will have classes and you will have commitments. And on top of that, the hourly pay in university is much better compared to outside. So I really appreciate the opportunity to have all my jobs on campus. All international students are only permitted to work about 20 hours a week. That is not something that you should go over at all. It's very risky. A lot of people outside campus might try to lure you into more hours, but that is something that is very risky for your whole situation. So think about the sacrifices that you made to get here before you fall into that trap. Um, Coming to my jobs, I am an international student ambassador uh, with the international office, and then I'm a digital media creator. So I have a background in journalism. I spent 7 years approximately in India working as a journalist. So I started with TV and then I went on and became a multimedia journalist. So digital media creation is also something that came naturally to me. It's something that I enjoy doing, and you will have the opportunity to be a digital media creator, to be an international student ambassador. These are one of the first earliest opportunities that you might get once you come to the university. So I found them through a part-time careers fair that was organized in the initial weeks when you come in September. And immediately I found these two opportunities, and I'm very grateful that I did. Now, the third job, which is actually my main paying job, is my job. I'm a duty manager with the University of Sussex Students' Union. So like every university, Sussex also has a students' union, and it's independent from the university. So once you join university, you automatically become a part of the students' union, but you're not an active member. To become an active member, you might have to partake in elections. So you don't just have the opportunity to choose your leader, but you also have an opportunity to become a leader, represent your community, and get paid very, very good union pay for that. So the Students' Union website, it's called the University of Sussex Students' Union. You can, search that website. They advertise all kinds of employment opportunities there. Usually competitive, but not impossible to get. So, for example, the Students' Union also runs the bar on campus. We have a bar called Farmer Bar, and we have a co-op on campus for your groceries, which is also run by the Students' Union. And then we have the union shop where I work. So it didn't come easy. This is the job that actually started paying me enough to sustain, so to pay my rent and to pay my living expenses over here. But it wasn't easy to come by. It took 6 months for the opportunity to come. sorry, it took 6 months for the opportunity to actually come, and I applied, and then it took another 2 months to clear it. There were a lot of processes, and then I got it. So, my advice to all students here would be that yes, start looking for jobs early on because it takes time to land something. It's a different country, it's a different employment landscape, and you will have the careers team at university to help you. So, here in the UK, you really have to optimize your CV for every job. It can't be the same. You can't have, for example, photos in your CV. So these are sessions that the careers
Mm,
team does across the year. So it's a different job market. Just be patient. Don't get disheartened early on that I'm not getting enough hours, I'm not getting a job. Just keep trying, and eventually you will find something that works for you that you're able to manage. And just one more parting reminder, no matter how many jobs you have on campus, cumulatively, they should be no more than 20 hours a week, and managing your time is up to you. Don't risk your student status for anything over that. That's all.
Thank you for sharing your experience, Zoya. You've yeah, been very, very successful in securing part-time work. Um, and you mentioned the careers and employability team, which I'm really glad you did. So we have a full-time careers and employability team who are on hand to support students to work on their CV and send out applications and find internships and find work after graduation. So we really pride ourselves in the support that we share with our students. So Zoya works on campus, and I know IBK last year you worked off campus. How was that?
Yeah, so last year I was working in a chocolate shop called Leonidas. It was like, as Zoya mentioned, the payment rate was lower than the university jobs, but it was like still nice. Um, so uh, just bear in mind that you also need to pay for your transportation and those kind of things by yourself while like working in city, but it's still like words like it's a very great experience. It's not just getting paid. You also learn so many valuable things and um yeah, and it's also great on your CV as well. So yeah, I think uh if you want to like work, please try. It's a very, very, very good opportunity.
Wonderful. Thank you. So moving on, just a few more rankings before I hand over to Khalid. We are super proud to be ranked top 5% in the world for sustainability. So this is the sustainability of our campus, of the infrastructure. It's also the quality of our teaching around sustainability, and it's the impact that our alumni go on to have after graduating, working on things such as climate, for example. So Sussex really prides itself on sustainability. It's a big, big thing for us. I mentioned this earlier, over 165 nationalities, which puts us in the top percent for international student diversity. So when you come, you will no doubt be able to find at least one person from your country to connect with. And it's up to you how you live your university life. So you may choose to have lots of friends from your country, or you might choose to broaden and have British friends or have friends from all over the world. It's completely up to you, but it's a really nice kind of global community. And then handing over to Khalid.
All right, thanks, Christoph. I've been frantically going through the Q&A section, answering as many questions as I can. But I'm going to talk now about the student societies. So we've got many, many, many different student societies on campus, over 180. Um, they are created and led by the students. So they are within the student union, which is Every university in the UK has a student union which is independent from the university management. So it's something that the students themselves manage and run. All of the student societies are within the student union, and they're all led and run by students themselves. There are lots of different societies. Some relate to the students' backgrounds. Some are just for fun. I mean, we've got here Dog Walking Society, Harry Potter Society, board game society, films, running society. And they all also celebrate a lot of different cultural events each year. So I think you can see in the photo there. I think that's the event of Holi festival. We also have events in the Islamic Society, Eid and Ramadan, and many other cultural events throughout the year. So I wanted to get our ambassadors to share their experiences of societies, because I understand all of them have been involved in one way or another with societies. So I'm going to start off with IBK, if you'd like to just share a little bit about your experience with any student societies that you've been involved in.
Yes, so I'm the vice president of Women in Business and Finance Society. So I think it's always very nice to be a part of a society, either as a committee member or as just a participant, because it's so like you're basically socializing, so many people, maybe you might uh, find your best friend in one of the society events. You never know. And it's always a great opportunity for networking as well. And like pursue your hobbies and for those kind of things, because there's so many various societies. So you can always find something related with you. Yeah. Also, one more thing to add about part-time jobs I forgot to mention. So if you want to find a part-time job in Brighton, just know that they all require CV. So yeah, just bear that in your mind. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, IBK. That's
Thank
great
you.
to know you're involved in the society at such a high level as well, being the one of the the vice president, as you were saying. So, Zoya, I'd like to call on you just to share your experience with societies.
Yes. So I discovered I've never seen so many societies in any university. I think things work very differently. For example, in India, we only have very conventional societies. So there's maybe a dance soc, or maybe there's a theater society, like there's everywhere. But at Sussex, I found a multitude of societies. For example, um, the dog walking society, I'd never thought that a society like that could exist. Then there's a film appreciation society, there's a board game society. I'm also a member of the feminist society because I study gender and media, gender advocacy and feminism are areas of interest for me. So, of course, I joined that society. There's also the coffee appreciation society that I joined because I enjoy coffee. So, at this point in my life, I wanted to join relaxing societies that kind of help me take my mind off things and also help me belong. So I was also insecure a little bit before coming to the UK because I'm relatively older, uh, not very old, but like I was 28 and I felt like, oh, that's most people who come to college are much younger. But I found that societies really helped me find roots, find friends. In university, for example, the Mature Student Society, they do a lot of events throughout the year. Anybody who feels that they're mature and not even actually mature, they can also join them and find opportunities to belong. So, I would say not, but I would like to also tell you that not every society organizes a lot of events. So I would say that you join your societies. You can even go and search societies right now on the University of Sussex Students' Union page. See what you like. and then, be a part of the societies that you want to be and then just leave the others. You can just keep joining, rejoining societies throughout the year. So it's not, nothing is set in stone. It's not a commitment. It's supposed to make your student life uh, go a little bit beyond academics and help you enjoy and find roots a little bit. So yeah,
Thanks. Thanks,
yeah,
Zoya. And you're
yeah.
absolutely right. A lot of societies can be very niche and very particular. I think you only need three people to be interested to start a society, and then you get some funding from the student union. So you can have some very weird and wonderful and very niche societies. And um, I remember some in a previous university, but yeah, really, really weird and wonderful ones. Archie, what can you share with us?
I think I agree with Zoya there. I was also looking for societies that are like just relaxing. That helps me take my mind off of the studies for a bit. So I'm members of the Jazz Society and the Film Society. So from the Jazz Society, we have like events, jazz nights, and we have a wonderful like on-campus band. They're absolutely brilliant. And from the Film Society, we have a film screening every Thursday. We book out a lecture theater and watch films, and we also get to vote on what film do we want to watch this week. So that's really a great way of unwinding and also meeting like people, like-minded people. And one particular thing that really stayed with me was this Ramadan, because I wasn't a member of the Islamic Sister Society until Ramadan happened. And Ramadan for us, like it's very special to us, right? As Muslims back home. And I really missed home, but I wasn't a member of the Islamic Society. But during the Ramadan, I got to know of the society and I joined that right away. And we had iftars together every day. And that's something that I would also want to tell everyone, that it doesn't matter if you're a part of the society from like the get-go. You can join at any given time and you can just find your interests as you go and navigate through your campus life. You get to talk to people and you're like, hey, that's a bit of me, and join them and actually take part in their activities. And everyone's like really welcoming, and it's such a diverse community that your interests will shift, it will grow as time passes, living with these people, communicating with them, your interests will grow. So be open to even joining the quirkiest societies, because who knows, you might just as well become interested in them.
Thanks, Archie. Yes, I know the Islamic Society are very active, especially around Ramadan and Eid. Have lots of events. So that's a nice story you've shared there about how you've joined later on. Mataki, what can you share with us?
So as Zoya and Archie have said, it sometimes goes beyond like academics, to personal interests, and it just gives that sense of community. I'm in the International Amnesty Society, and it's all about like global justice, which is something I'm really interested in. And I think that it's really helped because I'm studying philosophy, and I wanted to do something within society, but obviously I can't do law and philosophy at the same time. Um, so doing something with human rights and global justice in a society is really helpful. It's made me feel like fulfilled. Um, I'm not as active as others, but I am quite active as well. You could always email them or like send a message, just telling them anything about like what's happening in the world. And I would like to also mention that Brighton is very inclusive. So you find that in a lot of like places around Brighton, you find people like um, doing like peaceful protests really about like many things, from anti-racism to um, against wars, against so many things. So it's very like fulfilling and interesting as well.
Thanks, Mataki. That's great to hear that you are able to join society that reinforce your study as well. And last but not least, Noshaba, are you a part of any societies, and would you like to share about your experience with them, please?
Okay, yes, I am a part of the different societies, like the Islamic Society, and my most favorite society I have joined about the Social Impact Society, because I joined this society because there are a lot of opportunities for the development work there, and especially for the community impact voluntarily programs are there. And through this charity, actually, I got the opportunity to work with the charity of Concordia, who basically work on the carbon consumptions and make the policies. So for the student consultancy programs, I worked for Concordia for the 3 months and make some policies for actually combat the carbon in the environment. It is actually advised for all the students, international students, especially from my side, when they come here. But before coming here, they should join some of the society of their own interest. Because when they come here, the first part is the like the home sickness and all feel the loneliness, and when they join the society, they can overcome their stress, because many like-minded people you can meet in the societies. Actually, the society is the hub of the strong networking, so they can get everything from this society, but it's all up to like which type of the interest and what is like main focus of them. So yeah, societies are, I think that in Sussex these are the very good options, and I am from the Pakistan, so it's first time in my life, I saw that there are a lot of societies and a lot of opportunities through these societies for students. Thank you.
No, Shaba. And absolutely, I mean, in the first week of students being at Sussex, there's called Freshers Week, and it's a whole week of activities, fairs before you actually start your study, and um, one or more of those fairs are dedicated to student societies. So you'll go around, and the societies will be there pitching their society to you and wanting you to join. So I would definitely encourage students to get involved and get to know the societies in their Freshers Week. All right, shall we go to the next slide?
Before we move on, we have a question about societies. One of the attendees asks, do societies have a fee or do you just pool in on events? So yeah, Zoya, you've raised your hand.
Yes, some societies are free. A lot of them are free, but some aren't. They have a small fee. So, for example, the Dog Walking Society has a £5 fee for the whole year, which is very less. So, and that is only so that because we need to buy poo bags for the dogs and, maybe some treats. So it's only for that. But yeah, most societies do not have a fee.
Fantastic. And yeah, so the free societies, for some events you might need to put in a few pounds, but it's not generally an expensive thing to take part in. Fantastic. Okay, let's continue.
All right. Yeah. So is you able to just change the slide? There we go. Sport clubs. So sports, in kind of continuing with the theme, you've got societies, you've got sports clubs, which obviously is a lot more to do with fitness. We've got 40 plus sports clubs. Some are, you can focus on kind of competitions. Some are just developing yourself, or just for fun, really, and well-being, great for socializing. We have two on-campus gyms with group fitness classes as well, and a selection of great value memberships for students. We've got sports halls, we've got tennis and netball courts, football, rugby, lacrosse, cricket pitches. So the great thing about being a campus in the countryside is we've got lots of space. So you'd see from a lot of the kind of drone photos and footage of the university that from above there's a lot of kind of football fields, rugby fields, and it's a great place for you to kind of use so that you can stay fit and improve your well-being. And talking about well-being, there are weekly well-being activities on and off campus designed to be low cost, inclusive, and social. And you can swim at local pools in Brighton and Hove with our £1.50 student voucher, which is of course, very cheap. I'm just going to bring in one of our ambassadors here who has a little bit of experience with these sports facilities. So, Archie, I understand you are using our facilities for sports. So, if you'd just like to talk a bit about that, please.
Yeah, the, this was probably the one of the first things I did after I came here was get that gym membership. We had an offer, a gold membership for the whole year. And the price point of it seemed too good to be true for me because back home it was literally double the price for the membership cost. And once I saw that, that was one of the first things I did, I think on my second month after coming. And I was actually looking forward to just working out, just weight training by myself because I'm used to doing that. But once I actually started going to the gym, I figured out it's a lot more than just weight training, just your regular workout routine. Because with the membership, you get to sign up for these group fitness classes as well. So there were particular things that interested me right away, like self-defense. We have weekly self-defense classes by a wonderful lady who is an ex-police officer as well. So she shows all the sorts of like self-defense techniques and puts us in like situations, very, very realistic situations that us as like young university students in a foreign country, we are like quite paranoid about, to be honest. But she shows all of these instances and circumstances that you might, like, God forbid, you might find yourself in and how you can protect yourself, what you can do to defend yourself. And I think that is immensely like confidence boosting for us as well. I was also part of like circuits training and group cycling classes. So I literally signed up for like a lot of like random things and just tried to see what suits me. And the picture here on the slide, this is, I think, in Northfield, and we did this like last week, where just a couple of us, we just went for basketball. And there's a badminton court in the gym as well. We do that at times. We go for tennis at times. And we also, like some of us, we can't really cycle properly. And Sussex, the campus itself, I think it's made for cycling because you can just go through so many places and explore. So we started like cycling lessons with a lady from the gym. And yeah, there are like so many things that you can just sign up for. And I remember like this one last term, this one week was way too stressful. And I started doing yoga every week. I signed up for the yoga classes and then Pilates and a range of other things. And I think it's really, really important for us to take care of ourselves while we navigate through this journey because I think it keeps you sane, it keeps you grounded, and hey, well-being is always a good idea.
Great, thanks, Archie. And just to add with the cycling, you were saying that the cycling, you can cycle around campus. It's made for cycling, absolutely. And to extend that, you can also cycle to Brighton if the weather's good. It's about 4.5 miles to the city centre, and it really is doable. The roads are there, the cycle tracks are there, and it's really within reach, especially in the more pleasant summer months. So I'm going to talk about facilities now. So we've got a one-stop shop student center, which basically means um, at the student center in the photo there, you can see the help desk and you can go there for a multitude of different kind of departments, if it's accommodation, visa, um, basically well-being. They will signpost you to where you need to go. So that is somewhere you go, and they will let you know how to contact someone further. So that's what I mean by one-stop shop. Um, we've got many different cafeterias and restaurants on campus. I would say probably about 10 of them, dotted all around campus. And recently we're going to bring in the accommodation will have a meal plan as well. That will be brought in, so you can pay for a meal plan as part of your accommodation. Um, but you can also pay as you go, just like a normal restaurant or cafe. We are like a village really within a city. So we're having our own pharmacy, a post office. We have our own doctor as well, which in the UK we call a GP, a general practitioner. We've got one of those on site, which you would definitely you should register with once you arrive. Um, and that doctor will be included for free as part of the visa that you've paid for because you would have paid for um, a national health surcharge as part of your visa. Um, we've got a supermarket as well. We have a meeting house with different kind of interfaith services. We have prayer rooms as well. Um, and Attenborough Centre for the Creative Arts. So we have a lot of events that we run at that centre as well. And if I could go to the next slide, please. In terms of student support, like I said, the Student Centre is the one-stop shop for most of those inquiries that you may come up with. Um, and that can be things like finance, careers, jobs, well-being, personal issues, any problems, you'd go there as your first port of call. And we offer therapeutic services nearby for professional, confidential counseling and well-being services all year round. If we could go to the next slide, please. Um, we have a residential life team on hand to help with campus accommodation. The student union has a buddying scheme to make new friends, and we have a disabilities team as well to support with anyone who needs that service, and 24/7 security on campus. And next slide, please. And we are in September of this year, September 2026, opening up our £200 million campus investment called the West Slope Accommodation. So I had a look at this about last week. It's been built for about a year or two now, and it's starting to really come together. We're going to have 2,000 new bed spaces on campus, extra ones. The new healthcare center will be on there as part of that complex, and that's what I'm talking about. The doctor center will be there. And as well as preserving our 1960s architecture, it also adds a modern touch, and we're also upgrading our internet network as part of that development. And accommodation. So we have a range of different accommodation available on campus. It's guaranteed for international students who apply by the deadline of 31st of July. Currently, it's guaranteed for all 3 years. So if you're an undergraduate student, it would be guaranteed for all 3 years. Masters, of course, you're here for 1 year. So it's just for the year. All housing is self-catered. So that means you have a kitchen that you share with your flatmates, and it's a really great way to connect and maybe cook each other food. Um, all rooms are single occupancy, so you never share a room. Um, and the number of flatmates varies. And what you can choose is whether you have your own bathroom or a shared bathroom. So obviously, ensuite, which is having your own bathroom, would cost a little more. You can request mature, same gender. So, for example, a group of ladies might want to live together, or quiet flats. You can request that, and then our housing team can see what they can do. And the rent covers all utilities, such as electricity, water, as well as cleaning, security, and contents insurance as well. 24-hour campus security, as I've mentioned. Um, and you can live on campus in your first year, which most people will do, and then you can choose to live off campus in your following years. But like I said, it's guaranteed at the moment for all 3 years. On-campus accommodation prices vary from £124 to £236 per week, the higher end being the more modern and ones that have their own bathroom. And I'd just like to call on one of our ambassadors, who I believe IBK, you've lived in a couple of different accommodation, um, well, what do they call the complexes, the housing accommodations in the couple of years that you've been here. So if you'd like to talk about a bit
Yeah,
about
so
that.
yeah, I've been living in the same accommodation to be honest because I loved it. So last year I applied for Stanmore Court and I lived there and I loved it. So I applied again for my second year. What I want to say about living on campus is it is very convenient, and Khalid has already talked about our campus. So we have, like, for example, if you're hungry, you just go and, like, in 7 minutes walking, you just get something yourself to eat, for example. Or are you bored? You're just going to some other parts of the campus, and yeah, it's very like um convenient, and also facilities, I mean the buildings are nice. If you, for example, if something is not working in your room, you can always go to the reception or call Bramber House and they help you with that. If you have a problem with uh someone, you can talk with residential life teams. So they're pretty helpful about the problems that you're uh, encountering in accommodation as well. So yeah, and yeah, I think
Great.
that's
I mean, that sounds really ideal, especially as a student who's, focusing on their work. You don't want to
yeah,
deal with any issues. So it's great to know that when you've got any issues in your room or anything else, you can just go to the university and they can
yeah,
sort that out for you really quickly. And I think
yeah,
the office is really nearby as well, probably like two
yeah.
minutes walk.
Yeah, so like after you apply for it, like you don't really need to think about anything else. Like there's no bill, as you mentioned. Like, um, yeah, so your mind is relaxed.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, IBK. Great. Okay, so now we will open up to asking questions from the audience.
And
So, Christoph,
yes, absolutely. So I'm happy to field some questions. I've been frantically answering in the Q&A as well during the second half. But there's a few questions which I think we could answer together. Khalid, I think this one is for you. I hope you know a little bit about the Commonwealth scholars.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So I can
must
see.
someone have a postgraduate degree to be considered for the Commonwealth? I missed it this year, yet I've been working in the development field for over 5 years now. What would be your best advice?
So my understanding of the Commonwealth Scholarship is that it is open to students who would like to study the masters, and PhD is also open to it. Um, so. I think the question specifically is about must you already have a postgraduate degree? Um, Off the top of my head, I don't know the answer to that. What I would encourage you to do is to go onto their website and look at the entry requirements and see exactly. But I know that this year we have had Masters Commonwealth Scholars as well as PhD. Whether or not the Masters scholar already had a postgraduate degree, I'm not sure. But I'd encourage you to go on the website and have a look at the Commonwealth website and see
Mm,
the entry requirement for that. And it will
yeah.
tell you exactly what you need and your eligibility.
My understanding is you don't already need a postgrad. I think it can be your first postgrad degree.
For that specific Commonwealth scholarship,
Yeah.
if that's your understanding, then yeah, it might be the case. But to be sure, I think they'd better go on their website and check what the eligibility is, because that's an external scholarship to Sussex.
Yeah, good advice. We have another one, Khalid, on CAS. Are all international students going to take the CAS interview?
No, not all of them. Some will have the CAS interview, but it's not all of them. No,
Okay, so if you have an offer from Sussex, you should hear from the admission team this month, letting you know whether you do or don't need to do the CAS interview.
correct.
Um, Lots of very practical questions. This one might be for Archie actually, because I think it's a sort of development kind of question. But if you don't know the answer, Archie, that's fine. For MSc Development Economics, how are quantitative methods integrated into policy-focused modules? Are there opportunities to apply econometric tools to real-world data sets? Very specific question.
I think that is more on development economics than development
Mm.
studies.
Yeah. So I would get in touch with the relevant school and Inda. You can find their email on the Sussex website. Uh, okay. I think that's most of the questions. Does anybody have any other questions for our wonderful ambassadors who are here today? If not, we'll start wrapping up. But if you do have questions, now is the time. I also want to tell you about our upcoming call campaign. So, we are going to be calling all offer holders in the next couple of weeks. So, you can expect a telephone call from someone at Sussex between the 11th and the 22nd of May. Um, if you would prefer to pre-book a meeting with a Sussex ambassador from your specific country, you can do this by scanning the QR code. So just scan the QR code, scroll down the page, click on your country, click on book appointment, and you will see little links called Calendly links. So, for example, if you're from Bangladesh, you can book a one-to-one meeting with Archie, or if you're from Turkey, you can book a one-on-one meeting with Ibike. Noshaba will also be doing calls with applicants from Pakistan. So, yeah, please feel free to scan the QR code, and if you would like, book a one-to-one meeting. And that's an opportunity to have a more extended chat and maybe ask some more specific questions or some more private questions or some more country-specific questions. But yeah, please feel free. Um,
Thanks, Christoph. Yeah, I've had a look through the Q&A, and I appreciate there are lots of different questions. Obviously, it's now 1 minute to 5, which I think we were planning to finish at 5 o'clock. But what I can say, if you feel that we haven't answered any of your questions because of the time limit we have, if your question you'd like to direct to an ambassador. Please do use the QR code to arrange a call with the ambassador. Um, and if you'd like to talk to us, myself or Christoph, please do get in touch. I'm responsible for Africa, Middle East, and Pakistan. So if anyone has any questions and you're from those countries, please do get in touch with me. And Christoph, if you'd like to just remind us of your regions.
Absolutely. So if you're from Turkey, Central Asia, or South Asia, please feel free to get in touch with me as well. We're going to be getting in touch in the next couple of days anyway. We have all of your e contact details, and we'll be sending the recording of this webinar, and we'll be sending useful links as well. So you'll have everything you need. Um, no need to worry about that.
Great. Well, I think we'd probably better call it a day there. It's 5 o'clock UK time. Christoph, if there isn't anything else, I'd like to thank you and our ambassadors for sharing their experiences, as well as all of the attendees as well for joining us and sparing your time to learn more about the University of Sussex. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you to
Thank
the
you.
ambassadors for sharing your experience. We appreciate it, and we'll be in touch.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.